Second, etymology or sarf. The word is sarf. Everybody say sarf. The word sarf has a, they transliterate this as a S, as a big S. The sound of this word is like if you say the word saw. Say the word saw. Like a saw, this one right here that we write. This is a saw, right? My archery is not too good. This is a saw, right? Everybody see that? Say saw. That's the sound of this saw. Okay? It's called saw. We do make that sound. So don't think about the S like this. Think about this saw. And say, so it's a round mouth where everybody put their mouth like this. There are two openings in your mouth in speaking Arabic. Like this, we call it ithbaq. Go like this. And if maftur or fath, and that's opening like a doorway. Ah, say ah. Now say saw. Ah. Now say sa. You see you open your mouth up and down like a doorway? This right here is seen. This right here is saw. Say saw. Now say sa. That's the difference. Okay? You shouldn't get them confused. Now, this is called sarf. So your mouth should turn round when you say sarf. Sarf means to give change, to break something down. Literally, it means to give change. If you have $1 and that's sarf, you have change, and to break it down. As a terminology, it is the science through which we understand the shape and the change, the declination of a word before entering it into a sentence. The meaning of a word in and of itself before we enter it into a sentence. I'll say again, there are 36 shapes of Arabic verbs. How many shapes? 36. We'll go over that again. But there are 36 shapes. Each shape has its own individual meaning. There are no more other shapes that you need to learn when you're dealing with the verbs in Arabic language. Just 36. And we don't use all 36 most of the time. We use about maybe not even half of those. The others are used strange, not too often. Okay? The average person only uses 200 words. So we're not going to use all those different, but you need to become familiar with them all and learn the ones that when you see them. Just like if you're speaking the English language, you don't know every word. You don't think about every word, but when you hear a word, you understand what it means. Just like if we say the word etymology, we see ology over here. What does ology mean? For those people who've been to college, what does ology mean? The study of, right? We don't need to know what etym means, but we know ology means the study of. Likewise, in Arabic, we have something similar. When we see the word ik at the end of a word, what does that mean? Like Islamic. It means like Islam. Okay? Right? That's something that, give me some, comical. Okay? Those types of things we put on the end of the words. These shapes, each one of them have its own meaning no matter what you put the word through. Likewise, Arabic has the same thing. And so in the study of sarf, you learn the shell of the word, because Arabic has two things. Erase the board for me so I can get this down. Has two things. It has the meaning of the word as a shape, right? And then it has the root meaning of a word. Two things. What does it have? The shell. Well, we might call it a car. If you see this type of car or this type of vehicle, you know this is a four-door sedan, right? But if you see this type of vehicle, you know that it's a what? A minivan, right? Or a bus if you change it up, certain type of thing. And each one of these has its own style, what it does. Now, there's the root word. The root word has, like I say, a three-letter root. 1, 2, 3. And this 1, 2, 3 has its own meaning. Okay? This shape has its own meaning. When you put them together, you get another meaning. You get another shade of meaning that is particular only to this word when it's in this shape. Do you understand? But you can take this meaning and put it in this shape, and that changes the shade of the meaning. It will not be the same one. Just for example, what are we? What? We are Muslims. We are Muslim. Right? The mu in front of a word means what? One who possesses the quality of the rest of the root, right? So we have a munafiq, right? So mu in front of a word. Whenever you have it, it means one who possesses the qualities of the rest of the word. That is the shell that we're talking about. Okay? That's the etymology of the word. But then we change the word and we say Islam. This is another change of the word. We put an alif with a kasra and an alif in the middle between the first and the second and the third radical. Now you have Islam. And what does that mean? You're Muslim, you should know what Islam means. Well, it's Islam lillahi bitta'a. It's to surrender your will to Allah through obedience, right? Wa inqiyadun lahu, and to let him turn you any way you want to be going. Okay, but just generally, we know Islam is this way. Same way we have mukhlis. Okay? One who is sincere. And then you have the word ikhlas, which is the same exact shape, which means sincerity, purity. You see, so once we learn the shape of the word, we can take that and use that anytime we see a word, even if we don't know the root. We'll be familiar with what that meaning is trying or coming out to be. Does that make sense? Yes. So like I said, there's only 36. You know some of them already. You just don't realize that you know. And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to bring all that, organize everything so that everybody can get it straight. Take the board off for me. So now we have grammar and we have etymology. Those are the main two subjects that we're going to be dealing with. Now we're going to go back over here. We said Arabic language. How much time do I have, Sheikh? What time do you have to make the 7 what? 7:20. 7:20, okay. Wa alaikum as-salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now we're talking about Arabic language. Arabic language now, like I said, there's 13 different sciences, right? We're not worried about any one except for these two. Nahwu wa sarf. We'll get to the other ones if we get these. If you understand these, you can get all the rest of them real easy.